Greetings from historic Old Town Scottsdale in Phoenix, or outside of Phoenix, Arizona. Today is Monday, March 4th, 2024. It's 4:50 p.m. Mountain Time. We're at the corner of Scottsdale and Main Street. And I started the video here because I always like starting when you have fun signage. This is the Old Town part of Scottsdale. I'm not exactly sure what direction it entails, meaning the full scope of it as far as going north and south. But I think what I'm going to do, because of the sunlight going in that direction, I'm going to walk this way and just keep looking around. See an authentic Native American art gallery. Gilbert Ortega. Fourth generation Indian trader. Get some nice fleece blankets. There's Bell's Nashville Kitchen. I'm trying to stand back a little bit, that way we don't have to run into the traffic. Voila Boutique, women and children's clothing and accessories. And it's cool because you've got like the strands of lights down the street, the cars that are parked at a diagonal, and just all the shops. So it truly looks like an old town. Crazy Horse fine jewelry and art. Look at these things. The humor in them. Golf carts.
Peter Pan and the Captain doing the candlelight. The lime and the olives. That's funny. Oh. The parrots are pretty cool. They don't talk or poop. They don't go up. They're all pretty.
And over here you have the Spice and Tea Exchange. Love that you can go window shopping. If I have time to later, I'll try to pop into some stores if they have a particular interest to me.
Go Browns.
Go Browns. It's a Red Canyon Cafe. I think they're probably closed, but crepes, gelato sandwiches, and coffee. Definitely a lot of Cleveland tourists here. Well, I don't know if they're tourists or from here, but I'm just assuming tourists. Sunrise Trading Post. Those look pretty lifelike. Mannequins. Got the Arizona Diamondbacks tie on. So this is brown. And again, the challenge is sort of trying to hit everything and figuring out what direction to go next. I don't know if Old Town Scottsdale map would help us. It's kind of bulky. Let's see here, where did we start off? Let me get in the... Try to get a perspective here. I think we started off near First on Main Road. Here's Main Street. This is Brown that we're just crossed. So Brown. Well, I'll keep this as a reference. That way would be Civic Center. Alright, so I'm going to use Google Maps to help guide me a little bit. The shopping go along all the streets that are that direction. But real quickly, I think there's a sculpture and historical museum over here that we can pass by. So over there is the Scottsdale Historical Museum. It's closed right now, but something that people can explore if it was earlier in the day. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back up to the street. There's going to be certain points where, because of where the sun glare is right now, I'm going to like stop the video and walk to a certain spot before I resume it. Alright, so this is back where I was picking up that map on Brown. I'm going to take a right turn here. Says sorry they're closed, but they have some more window shopping we can do. Zoltar, the fortune teller.
I see you over there. Yes, you.
What do we have here? I think since we're so close, we can't see the actual shop labels. Scottsdale Southwest Gifts and Apparel. Over there was called Mexican Imports. We'll try to get a glance here. You've got Wild West Trading Post. I think it says Golden Bear Gold House. Interesting how they have the windows open. Very fun looking store. Hiding my booty sleep. Look at these shirts. Nice melons. Bunch of pricks. The geckos. Taco cat spelled backward is taco cat. Have some puzzles. Kind of like this cactus bobblehead. It says Arizona on it. Nice looking bag too for Arizona. Alright, so done shopping, looking around in there. And you've got the Wild West Trading Post. Golden Bear, Arizona. B and Company. Hello. Earthbound Trading Company. Baseballism. So there's a store that looks like it has attire for baseball fans. And then Old Town Scottsdale, the mercantile. Well, let's just walk this way. Again, I do want to explore that, but I think what I want to try to do is like work my way where I'm still going this direction away from the sun, so that way when I'm showing it, we're not being blinded. Old Town Trading Company, Indian arts and jewelry. A lot of jewelry and Indian type shops. Karaoke lounge. Let's actually try to cross over here. That looks like maybe the border of the Old Town area. Handcrafted kachinas and rugs. they're closed right now, so some places like close at 5 o'clock. Alright, good. I was hoping the covering here would block out the sun a bit. Although I have to be right up to the stores. More jewelry and fine art.
Have you been for work with the animals?
Patty's First Avenue Lounge.
Pretty damn nice down here. Yeah.
Again, because of that sunlight, really trying to frame the camera. But over here, sorry, didn't flip it. You have pizza slices, I think. Old Town Pueblo, Slices Scottsdale, Capriati Sandwich Shop. Place called Sugar Bowl. Across the street. It says Grimaldi's coal-fired pizza. What does the Sugar Bowl have? Sandwiches, ice cream, sundaes. Do they have a meatball sub? See meatloaf. I'll eventually work my way back down there, but let's take a look at this side of First Avenue. Looks like another type of gift shop, similar to what I was in earlier. So I think from looking at the map that first I was speculating that we reached the end of Scottsdale over there, but it looks like once you cross Indian School Road that there's a lot more of Old Town Scottsdale, including 5th Avenue, which I think is supposed to be a popular area to check out. Look at these unique displays in the window. It's a cat catching a bird.
No, it's
Alright, so we'll walk back up to Main Street and try to cover the other end of the road. Those cute little kitty cats with cowboy hats and other animals.
What do you got for this empty spot inside?
They're select team or high school team?
Look at what?
That's the store I was in earlier, by the way, getting a further away perspective of it.
One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. So now we are not drunk yet. What the hell?
Place selling a lot of shirts.
We might be able to make more money than
The Rusty Spur Saloon and Cafe. Hello. The Maya Gallery. Again, for some perspective, because I know, I'm weaving in and out. I wish there was a way I could attach Google Maps so you could see which streets I was on. When I first started the video, it was at that corner right there. I walked that way, pretty much went that way, but I didn't come down this side. So this side's looking at stores up close. Cactus Jack. So it looks like they have a ton of cactus related merchandise. With a cactus Christmas tree. Everyone apparently has a Monopoly edition now. Even Scottsdale. Bunch of magnets and little food options. Alright, back outside now. Got like a party bus over there. That's where we started the video. Welcome to historic Old Town Scottsdale. Continuing down Main Street, going the opposite direction now.
Just keep going.
Get back in your vehicle. Guess we're being summoned. Got it?
So I think in a second here we're going to be blinded by the sun. So I'll try to point the camera going the opposite way for a second so we can capture like the bird. There's also more artwork like a hawk here. Alright, now I think we're far enough in back under the awnings. It's like we've got some models of certain stadiums like Chicago Cubs, Wrigley Field. What other ones do we have? The Dodgers, the old Yankees Stadium. Ones of the Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and San Francisco Giants. Unique chessboard. There. So this stretch doesn't seem as busy, nearly. I don't think it's the time of day. I mean, yeah, some places are closing, but 6 o'clock. There should be a fairly decent night presence down here. Is that Albert Einstein relaxing? So what we're going to do is when we reach this next intersection, Goldwater Boulevard, we're going to make a right turn, head toward First, and then I'm going to try to eventually walk toward what Google Maps is also labeling as Old Town San Diego, and particularly the 5th Avenue one, because 5th Avenue is the one that I thought I was reading online that captures a lot of attention. Yeah, if I would have known this particular area was not very frequented, I would have stayed back over pretty much one major section over, or major block over. In fact, I'm gonna pick up the recording once we reach the next block. Alright, we're back by Scottsdale and First, where Grimaldi's was. That's kind of where the action picks up. I am gonna travel that way, but first there was this toy store that caught my eye. Old Town Candy and Toys. So let me try to take a look at that, if they're still open. It says open, come on in. Never seen Cadbury eggs being sold in a thing. You got all the animals up top too. Love the variety of stuffed animals, like pizza, cake, cactus stuffed animals. But then you have like all the vegetables that are animals. You have a piece of pizza that's a stuffed animal, a burger, an acorn. I never knew a puzzle piece existed for General Mills cereals. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, one of my favorites. They've got all the good candies, all the gag gifts. Yeah, that was really cool in that toy store. So I've got several shops that I would recommend seeing. And then they had the type of stores or type of merchandise too that you would love to give as gifts. Sometimes it's hard to come across that, but like a great mix of candy, toys. What can I say? I'm still like a little kid. I ended up getting some like malted milk balls, a few Jolly Ranchers, and what else? Two tiny Smarties to help soothe me as I'm walking. And by the way, I took a lot of pictures of the inside. Sometimes, you know, I don't do full video tour inside of places, but if you check out my Twitter or Instagram pages, at some point I'll post all the pictures that I took. So now we're approaching Indian School Road, and it looks like maybe once we get a block past this, that will kind of resume the old town vibe of Scottsdale. There's a Jimmy John's over here. You can see the 72 bus runs down this way. Can't remember the last time I actually bought malted milk balls from a bulk candy store. Second story liquor bar. We're approaching 3rd Avenue now. Bourbon and Bones, Chop House and Bar. Looks like the same place, but a cocktail lounge up here. Cold beer and cheeseburgers. I think it's the same type of name that I saw outside of the Arizona Diamondback Stadium. Oh, got it. There's local patron Mexican grill.
A4C. Yep.
Let's go, guys. Get in.
Wonder why the Chicago Cubs are being featured on the flag. And the Milwaukee Brewers. Oh, you know what? Now I'm seeing why. It must be part of Flag World Sports Souvenirs and Gifts. They probably contributed all the flags as promotion. I like how they got the Cleveland Browns represented. And you got Ohio State Buckeyes with Brutus. And beyond that, you've got snow globes with the mascot inside, various mugs and other cups. So this place is closed. Let's see what time they closed. They don't see their hours posted, but 10 o'clock will be when they open again.
We're going to Lolo's Chicken and Waffles.
Now we're on 5th Avenue. Let me go ahead and put my candy away before I continue. Okay, we're at the 5th Avenue shops now. This might be what they were referring to as the fashion district if I have the area right. Let's see here, what side of the street do I want to start on? I'm actually going to cross and start on the opposite end. Original Chop Shop. Well, that's a food place. Yeah, after I'm all done sightseeing and touring the area, I'm going to try to scout on Google Maps where the top food places are. Maybe pick something. Because I have not eaten a ton today. Here's one of the fashion places, Leela Market. Scapegoat Beer and Wine. You can get your psychic reading. Someone's actually advertising the prices, usually you don't see it. They have a psychic reading for $95. Uptown Hippie. Lost in Socks, so you can get a bunch of socks for various sports teams or other things. Cleveland Guardian socks. And then I'm sure they have a lot of non-baseball related things. Pussycat Gelato. House of Gifts. Across the street looks like a pretty big sized store with merchandise. Cartel think they do appear to be open. No one's patroning them right now. Unless they're closing up shop. Giving bracelets. Handcrafted bracelets. You can see now that it's getting nighttime, the lights come on in the streets to give the evening time presence. Oh, this one looks like it would have been cool. Zulikin's Children's Boutique. So all little kid themed things. Crisp Pizza over there says sold out. Looks like there might be a little bit of stuff that way too, so I'm not sure how much beyond 5th Avenue it goes off to reference Google Maps, but we'll keep on exploring. Some of the gift shops over there are closed already. But you can imagine there would be a lot more people and presence out if this were maybe 2 hours earlier. Rolling Rack Boutique. Over here you've got a cool art piece. Trying to figure out what the best picture spot, I think right here is. Alright, done with my photos. Although sometimes it's nice to pan around and just look from the area we came from, because you don't get that perspective when you're right up to the stores. Let's see if we want to continue. We have other places that are closed, like Roxanne's. I see Jenny's ice cream over there. Some fine cigars over there. A wine tasting at Salvatore Vineyards. So Buffalo Collection Art and Accessories. feel like it's dying down this direction, so let me check out Google Maps again. Okay, so I am going to head back reverse direction on 5th Street and go back to where I first started. And I mean, not where I first started. There was a little section where I said, oh, I wonder what's over there. And I think that'll lead me to maybe a like modern shopping mall. So it doesn't look like Old Town like this. It actually looks like it's possibly an indoor shopping mall with high-end stores. So headed back this way. And I'll pick up the footage once I'm about to turn. Okay, so I didn't walk too far. You remember where I said Crisp Pizza was sold out and closed for the day, and I looked down this way and I was like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. So I'm going to walk to the end of this part, and then according to Google Maps, it looks like we're going to be making a right-hand turn. All right, Marcelino Ristorante. This area looks pretty fancy. I'm actually thinking I'm going that way, but first I got to check this out. Down that way it says Nordstrom. Actually, this is the part on the map that I was aiming to go toward. Drink Mink Bar and Restaurant over there. All right, so now I need to correct my directions. I had the wrong mentality on Google Maps, I think. This is actually the direction I want to go. So we're crossing over a river now. This side, because the sun is very slightly still visible, you can see the water, the light off the water a little bit better, reflecting. Olive and Ivy. Looks to be soups and salads, flatbreads, sandwiches.
Five different black hair sketches.
There's the Ziegler Fiesta Bowl Museum. So they've got a bunch of helmets in there. For all the college football teams. You look over there, you see a reference to the Mid-American Conference, Cleveland, Ohio, founded 1946. Here's sauce, pizza, and wine. So now how you can kind of see how we've transitioned from Old Town Scottsdale to what almost seems like a Beverly Hills to me. There's Buzzed Bull Creamery. And I just use that comparison because back in December, when I went to see the Browns versus Rams game for a one-day trip, I flew in and flew out on the same day. But when I had a little bit of free time, I had time to do one other activity besides the football game. I went to, there's Urban Outfitters, but I went to Beverly Hills and explored that area. So Scottsdale Fashion Square, I think that's the shopping mall that I'm referencing over there, which would connect to the Nordstrom, and then if you head across, I'm just going to guess that this is it as I'm walking, and then I'll check Google Maps. I'm not sure if it's an indoor shopping mall or an outdoor, or if I'm headed in the wrong direction. Let's take a look. Yeah, this should be an indoor shopping mall. I mean, some places like H&M might have entrances on the outside, but I don't know where the main entrance for this mall is. One disclaimer, sometimes shopping malls are, oh, can't really see me because how dark it is, but sometimes shopping malls are like no filming in here, so I'm going to try to be a bit selective if I do film, meaning I'm not going to do a full tour inside. This will be mainly like a picture taking opportunity with some clips spliced in if no one bothers me. First I gotta find the entrance because it's not entirely obvious from just looking out here. I think I'll head toward H&M. Maybe that'll get us inside. Alright, I found one of the entrances by the Shake Shack. So you can see down there you've got like the Apple store with the clear glass windows. There's a Lucid, I believe those are electric cars, store here. Over there there's a Dick's Sporting Goods. Sign says Nordstrom, Macy's, Neiman Marcus, and Dillard's that way. Lululemon, H&M getting a makeover. So just, so far at least, your typical shopping mall. I mean, Levi's, Abercrombie and Fitch, Sephora. Somewhere I believe there's a Louis Vuitton. There's a second level too. You know, as a tourist, Old Town San Diego does a lot more for me. You know, just a mall that you would find in many other cities. But it's still cool to know that one exists in the area, because if someone is looking for high fashion and things like that, you can get a perspective of where it's at. This is sort of unique. I was coming from this direction, but when I get here, there's little stairs that actually take you off of this floor to a lower level, a little escalator that takes you up to a second level, and then more that goes even further up. This gives us more depth of the mall now that we're on the lower level. Travis Matthew, Armani Exchange. See the Louis Vuitton store is over there. A henna shop. Oh, Louis Vuitton is on both ends. And then it looks like sort of a food court area down here in the lower spot. Panda Express, Five Guys, Charlie's, Johnny Rockets, Fired Pie. So this is like the food court area. It looks like there's a little bit of a photo op here. Oh, for the Easter Bunny. Atop the food court, you have a little spring training signage. And there's way more going on down that way, but let me circle back for a bit. You got a Victoria's Secret, a Gucci store over there. And then here's the Louis Vuitton that extends to both sides. Let's see if this one's also a store or if it's just a window front. No, it looks like they're both part of the store. Not sure what the difference is between the two. And it's similar though to how Gucci, I showed the one across the way, but then there's another Gucci store over here. And here's that other Gucci store that we saw earlier. So more stores like Prada, Versace, Michael Kors. There's the Macy's location over there, a Rolex store. funny decorations outside at Kate Spade with the windmill and the golf balls on the heads. And down at this far end, you've got Neiman Marcus, which is closed, Dillard's, and Dior. So I know there's one more upper level. Maybe I'll check that out. So on the top level, you have Creations, a boutique in the desert, other clothing places like Third Degree Heat, some more smaller locations, Journeys. See something that looked like a football logo on the outside. I don't know what it was. Just Sports, so it has all your sporting attire, typical mall stores. I always love the creative liberties that Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory takes with their bears. Over here you also have a store called Toy Temple next to the Build-A-Bear Workshop, Foot Locker. It's not just Lucid represented, you've got Tesla too. Down below here you've got the Cactus Collective, so it's just some artwork in the shape of cacti. This is on the wing that goes down by Nordstrom. I thought this arrow said that restaurants were down this way. Maybe they're further on down. So maybe they're coming soon because it says elevated dining experience. Francine, Moxie's, Nobu, Ocean 44, and other places coming soon. Blue Nile opening spring 2024. And then there's the Nordstrom and Beach Bunny, as well as Toro Luggage. Alright, so I've exited the shopping mall now, and I'm actually back in this area where that cool looking river was. I'm headed toward a place to eat that it's actually more south of where I started or filmed anything so far in Scottsdale. It's like a couple streets south, but I'm gonna probably try to eat there. If there's any active scene along the way, like a lot of people out and about, I'll try to do little clips that show off that. But otherwise, if the area is empty, I won't refilm what I've already walked by. Like for example here, yeah, I'm filming it now, but you can see there's not much of a crowd out in this center plaza. But I think a lot of people are congregating inside the bars and restaurants that are open. So clearly you can tell like a lot of cars are still parked out here and utilizing the nearby restaurants and stuff. This is one of those shops that I didn't get to cover earlier. Arizona Soul. They're closed, but figured I'd still pass by the window. And then Cactus Jock. I think it's all one location actually. Here's a rug gallery that was on 5th Avenue that I was on the other side of the street earlier, so I didn't get a close-up of it. Another one of the closed spots where they have some of those helmets that are skulls with NFL logos on them, as well as souvenirs and gifts. See, it's still paid to come down on this side of the street, and even if they're closed, you get a vibe with the window shopping. Now that basically concludes 5th Avenue. If you remember the 5th Avenue shop sign that we saw earlier at Scottsdale Road, That's where we're back at right now. So I'm gonna head that direction, where I initially came from. So there's not as many people out at some of these places than I expected. Again, some of the bars that I passed by earlier. The next one's a little more crowded, the cold beers and cheeseburgers place. There's two of those Waymo self-driving vehicles that you can request basically a ride share for. Interesting how they both knew to turn into parking spaces, kind of. Yeah, no one's coming, the light's taking forever. Here's that Sugar Bowl place again. You can see they have quite a few people dining there.
That makes sense. We forced it.
Maybe I'll return there, although it does seem quite busy. I gotta check the hours after I visit the place I go to. Oh, Sugar Bowl. Doesn't look like it's open, or maybe it is, but they also have a mini arcade. So my video began back there at Main Street. I didn't go south of Main Street where there's the other direction of First, Second, etc. So there are a presence of places here. And the Karsen's Grill that I want to go to is down this road. It's like less concentrated as far as businesses goes, but you can clearly see there's still places like Shakes and Cones, Bootleggers, etc. I think Karsen's Grill is down this way. Oh, so it looks like down First there's a parking lot that more people can use if you can't find street parking. There's also restrooms there. Let's see here. Where was the Karsen's Grill? I think it's a little bit further down. Yeah, let me just keep on walking. Yes, here it is. Tucked away over here. Are they open? Welcome to Karsen's Grill. Please wait to be seated. So I'm in this cool Karsen's Grill waiting for my order. And then behind me they also have these fun little signs and all these memes. So I got the bruschetta mia and cheeseburger with french fries. Looks delicious. Also got a lot more crowded in here too. Alright, done eating at Karsen's Grill. Very small inside, but had great reviews and was delicious. There's another one of those Waymo vehicles. I wasn't planning on touring much more of the Scottsdale area, but I couldn't help but notice as I was exiting, there's a little bit of artwork over there, and then it appears that there's some artwork here. So let me go ahead and cross over. Nice lighting on this sculpture, even for the nighttime. Blessings to All by Elk Woman. And then even behind that, I'm not sure if you can make it out, but there are like sculptures of a herd of various animals. So you jam-packed depending on where you're at. Other businesses in the Old Town that we were in are closed, but the bar that's on, I think this is Main Street. I'm pretty full from eating at Karsen's Grill, but here's my 1 scoop of vanilla ice cream from Sugar Bowl. Alright, I just finished eating my scoop of ice cream at Sugar Bowl. It's a pretty big scoop they gave for having 1 scoop. It tasted good. I mean, as far as the taste of ice cream, it was your standard vanilla ice cream. But if you enjoyed... Oh, I forgot one thing. Karsen's Grill I didn't get to mention. The bruschetta was fine, but it was served cold. I'm used to a hot bruschetta. But that's not why I didn't finish it. The burger and fries were just excellent, and those filled me up. So definitely recommended the burger and fries. If you enjoyed this video, tour of Scottsdale, feel free to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.